Hi, I'm Anita Gopalan, a literary translator from Hindi. I live in a small town called KGF in India, and I'm so grateful for Sanjodi USA and the wonderful Mary Ann for inviting me to be part of this beautiful festival. I have such fond memories of the last Sanjodi, and it feels really special to be back again. Recently, my translation of a nonfiction book was published by Penguin Random House India. It's called The Master of Unfinished Things, and it is written by the acclaimed writer Geet Chaturvedi. What's unique about this book is its form. It has, of course, heartwarming memoirs and thought provoking essays, and it also has diary entries, random musings that make you pause, that offer deeply contemplative standalone moments. I'll read one such short piece here. The ocean is the most forgiving lover. Every moment it forgives the waves that drift away, only to fold them back into its depths. Letting go is love. So is embracing what returns. Here's another. The song sung solely for you, measured not by pitch, rhythm, or melody. Love resides somewhere within its notes. The rest is art, of which the world has plenty. Each one is like a drop of distilled thought, intimate and vivid. Sometimes translating the simplest, most concise piece is the hardest. It's like trying to capture a fragrance. There's also a section I particularly enjoyed working on, a compilation of scribblings on films. Here, scenes from films are woven with author's thoughts, and the translation challenge was to create a smooth flowing narrative while retaining the intertextual richness. I'll read a film note. It's on Cyclo, the Vietnamese film directed by Tran An Hung. A poet wanders the streets aimlessly only to find that he has lost his way. These lines come from a Vietnamese folk song featured in Tran An Hung's film Cyclo. I have watched this film many times. Tran An Hung's films are like desolate places. You can't visit them just once and leave. You find yourself returning again and again. You won't build a home there, but then you don't always stay at home either. There's a space beyond your home that you visit as often as your own. Green is An Hung's signature. He can translate any scene into green and evoke melancholy with this color of joy. The scent of green papaya is proof. When everything around us is incessantly speaking and verbose, turning to his films, so sparing in dialogue, allow us to appreciate the value of words. Right now, I'm reminded of Tony Leung's character in Cyclo. He's both a mafia boss and a poet. This nearly mute character recites poems in the background, speaks a sentence or two only when absolutely necessary, and keeps a cigarette perpetually perched on his lips. He is reluctant to commit crimes like poets. Poets reside in the courtyard of reluctance. Their poems are the greenery growing out of that reluctance. This is intertextuality at its finest. I'll share one last piece of prose with you from the book, which is also one of my favorites. This is about Buddha's final obstacle before he reached enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. Let us go back to a wondrous moment from 2500 years ago. Under the Bodhi tree, Buddha sits absorbed in meditation. At that moment, Mara, the evil one with his army, attacks him. Buddha, through his meditative power, defeats the army. Finally, Mara himself challenges Buddha, demanding that he move from that place. Buddha responds, I have attained enlightenment. This place is mine. Mara questions, who will testify that you have attained enlightenment, that this place belongs to you? Buddha lets go of his lotus mudra, with his left hand resting on his knee and the index finger of his right hand touching the earth. He says, the earth will testify. At that moment, the crowd trembles. The earth consents to testify. A frightened Mara admits defeat and leaves. This mudra, this gesture is historic. The story is remarkable and the symbolism extraordinary. When it comes to seeking testimony, all religions and great souls point to the sky. Buddha alone for testimony points his finger downwards, touches the earth and signifies that all truths are here, on this earth, in this very world. Not in another world, not in another universe. The transcendental and the immanent are both contained within this world. And all that exists is within this moment. Nothing lies beyond this moment. Nothing is farther from this earth. Nothing is closer than this earth. This is poetic and profound. The translation had to carry not just the beauty and the depth of the meaning, but also the rhythm and music of the original. Because as the book says, in the beginning there is music, in the end there is music. What lies in between is literature. Translating this book has been an act of deep engagement with language, with culture, with the unspoken textures of thought and feeling. I hope my reading and contextual notes will spark interest among the readers in the US and beyond in this eclectic and remarkable book by the wonderful Hindi author Geet Chaturvedi, and perhaps find it a home in the West and reach a wider audience. Thank you, Sanjodi, for giving me the opportunity. It's a joy to be part of it, as always.